And the reason why I say that is because when you put up a trustworthy status, especially from people who already know you in the past, you gotta lock down. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Brennan Brown, and today we're going to be talking about how to be a leader. The truth about being a leader is that it comes with a lot of stuff. And when people hear about the word leader, they may think it's really something where you have to have a big heavy duty of doing things. You have a big heavy task of doing things. But being a leader isn't as simple nor is it as hard as you think it is. It's very intermediate, in my own opinion, from my experiences of how I've been a leader. The first way on how to be a leader is you need to build communication and really build your net worth of people that you're talking to, because people always say your net worth is your network. So you need to build communication first, learn how to communicate people, talk to people, and also have a good group of people that you discuss with, a good group of leaders, because sometimes when you hear that word leader, some people can be a little bit egotistical or big-headed, because I've had experience with people who have been leaders or may portray as leaders but are so egotistical and big about it. And then there are some people who I know who are leaders or portray themselves as leaders but don't do the work. They just be the bare minimum, basically, I guess. They don't do nothing really, just maybe like one thing. To be a leader, and this is one thing I like to always say, especially as an African American male, to be a leader you have to be relatable in a good way. Not relatable in just any form. You have to be relatable in a way that's really going to reach somebody, but also in a way that's not bad. You can say, yo, what's up, man, how you doing? But then when they start talking about negative stuff, slowly change it to something positive, like, oh, what's up, man, I'm about to go smoke. Then I'll be like, well, hey, man, how you doing? That's your life, you live your life, but for me personally, I don't smoke. Just right there. That's already going to maybe change your thoughts and be like, okay, I'm not going to smoke today. And you don't have to even force it. You don't have to say, I don't want to smoke. All you said was, I personally don't smoke. And look at that. You're being relatable while also being a leader slowly at the same time, which will shift their perspective of how they see it. The third way on how to be a leader is you need to be trustworthy, but be a genuinely good person. The reason why I say that is because when you put up a trustworthy status, especially from people who already know you in the past, you gotta lock down. And then also with you being a genuinely good person, that's number two to lock you down, to keep you grounded into being that great, not idol, not monarch, but that great example, or that great friend, or that great person that people will know you as. The next way is also by helping others, which is kind of backtracking to what I said earlier, trustworthiness, but helping others. When you help others, it makes you feel good, but also makes them feel good. And it's not all about this, but I'll say this. It's one thing my grandparents always say here. When you bless others, you get blessed back. But it's not so much about you getting blessed back. You have to bless others. And that's how I see it. Just bless others and you'll be alright. The next way on how to be a leader is you have to be more optimistic and humble than being pessimistic and selfish, which backtrack to what I said first, is that as a leader, you can't just have the position because you want it. Leadership comes from you earning it, getting it. You can't automatically be a leader and then slap it on your face. You have to actually build it up naturally, organically. That's my way of seeing it. You have to build leadership organically. You can't just expect yourself to be a leader jump one. And even if you are a leader jump one, you're going to have some experiences of failure before you get up there to being that established leader. Leaders have to go through struggles. Oh, what are you doing? You're trying to be better than me? No. Just because you want to do better in your life doesn't make you better than nobody. It makes you be better for yourself, which then leads them to be bettering themselves because you're being that example. Like I say, when you think positive, they will think positive. So even if they are thinking negative, don't worry about them. And then on the pessimistic, selfish side, what I want to say there is that when you be pessimistic, when you be mean, like I say once again, it will get you nowhere. Next way on how to be a leader is You need to learn how to contribute soft skills in your life. I'm not going to explain about what soft skills are. I already explained it one time on one video. I don't want to make the video too long, but I should have a link down below that explains soft skills. So please go check it out in the description if it is down there. And also while you're down in the description, go look at our Q&A after this episode is finished. If you're listening to this on Spotify, and let's get back to the episode. Being a leader is not being a leader. Why I say that? Because being a leader, you don't have to be a leader. That's what it is. If you want to be a leader, you don't have to be a leader, neither a follower. You know you could be? It's simple. You can be yourself. Being yourself is the best thing because it leads and backtracks to everything I say, because when you put all this all together in a big bowl of juice, being yourself can lead you to inspiring others to be themselves. Because when you be yourself, they're being themselves. You can't be that other person and then expect that person to be that other person, because there wouldn't be no authenticity. If you want authenticity, you have to be yourself. That's why with me and even with you, we're all human. We may have idols or people we look up to, but you have to take inspiration and not the full juice. That's why movies and shows and all these other things get made, because they're from inspirations of other sources most of the time. Sometimes they're their own original idea, but sometimes the original idea got a tiny little spice, if not a lot, or a little bit of inspiration. Everything is made out of inspiration. Where does inspiration come from? Motivation. Motivation from Fun Nation, Leader Nation. Just make up their own words, but truly inspiration comes from motivation through other people and through yourself mainly. And being yourself is the best thing if you want to be a leader. I hope this episode really helped out and helped you learn a lot about leadership. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button if you're on YouTube. And also, if you're listening to this on an audio platform, make sure to subscribe on whatever platform you're watching. But I would highly recommend subscribe on Spotify. Have a blessed day, guys. See y'all on the next episode.